good morning to you, rugby fans. Welcome to beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. We have sevens rugby action coming for you all day.
Blow up the spot, then we run it. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight may get a little crazy. You can meet me.
Handles that one, finally moving out. It looks like they are in the try zone again, extending their lead.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum.
Good morning to you, rugby fans. Welcome to
Welcome back to Houston, Texas, the home of the NCR National Championships, here live from Aviva Stadium. We are just about ready to get set for our final match of the evening. It is the Lone Star Bowl with the home state Texas A&M Aggies on the pitch now in the maroon and white, taking on Boise State. Should be a fun one. Got a great one for you. Last match of the day. We've had some excellent stuff thus far as we march forward. Again, Texas A&M coming into this one 4-2 on the year. Boise State at 2-2. Both these squads coming in with lots of talent. A&M definitely has the home crowd support here, just a couple hours away here from Houston, about an hour and a half drive. So lots of fans and family in attendance for this one.
If it was anything like what we saw earlier today, throughout the weekend, throughout today, it has been incredible rugby for all of the athletes. Tim Wilkes here as the main host, taking you through the play-by-play. I'm Darian Lovelace, along with Ozzy Holman.
Scare the shit out of them. Let's go.
Ready? This is what we play for. Let's get a breakdown. Action goes.
Broncos on three. 1, 2, 3. Broncos!
Boise State Broncos got their heads right. They are ready to rock and roll here live from Aviva Stadium, the home of the Houston SaberCats. We've got a good one for you. Again, Tim Wilkes with Darian Lovelace and Adriana Mateo. Ladies, should be a fun one here as we are just about ready to get underway. Our referee for this one is Elena Gregory, coming to us from New York State Rugby Ref Society. AR's Rachel Hill and Sky Leary with Andy Buck as the number 4. And we are ready to rock and roll. Kick comes away here as A&M tries to snag this one, but a foot does go out into touch. And we will start this one off with a line out, attacking line out about 25 meters out here for Boise State.
Just lay.
First line out of the match here underneath the lights as they get ready to head into this first half of the match. Big line out coming in for Boise State as they are in prime try-scoring territory, close to the 22.
So head coach of A&M, Becca Carcano,
It's gotta go
lurking
5.
on the sidelines there, urging her players forward. This one goes back into touch.
Back 10.
We're actually going
Let's
to
go
have
5
a
meters.
free kick here, as they caught that one in front of the 5-meter line. So a free kick is awarded here for A&M. Kinsey Nilsson grabs hold of this one and looks to set the charge for the Aggies. Big rumble through. Jacqueline Norberg with her take of the match. Tackle coming in, Cotton taking the deck. They're able to work the ball, get around again. Taken away by Boise State. The Broncos look to make them pay. Around the corner goes Rowetter.
No hands,
Just
Red.
in front of the 22-meter line. This one just not coming out there. Hands in the ruck. A&M gets dinged for the penalty. They'll pick and go and look to charge forward. Allie Fronczak, the sophomore, dives through 10 meters out now. Broncos continue to charge through, working their way in over the gain line here. Suck them in, see if they can spin it out here. We'll charge forward with a center. In through, Sydney Cotton, excuse me, that was Rowetter again. Could not burst through. Pass to the flanker,
No
trying
hands
to
down.
come through. Cannot. Good defense from the Aggies so far. 2 minutes gone by in this Lone Star Bowl.
Get the contact down, please. Whoa.
Extra match for both these clubs.
Back.
Penalty awarded. Back on the goal line go the Aggies. There's the quick tap. They're coming around the corner. Monahan can't get in. Scrum half is involved, so we'll see some pick and drives. And a try awarded. They dive through and the Broncos get the first 5 points of the match.
Very big, determined try there coming in early from Boise State. Ready to come and play. They've already shown their aggression here early on by taking it to the line, using their forwards and utilizing the pick and go. And they were able to go ahead and trot it over for the first try of the match here to extend the lead 5-0 over Texas A&M, the home team.
Good work so far. Monahan again, the scrum half got sucked into that one. Her forwards did the rest of the work. Kick from the hooker is good. So we take another look.
Just the power that's coming in right from the get-go. We see them try and take it to the line just short, but it's this little dive at the ankles, just being able to skirt it on through, find a little gap between the legs. And that's a well-deserved try for Boise State here in the Lone Star Bowl.
Kylie Nelson, number 7, the freshman out of Aptos, California, that was able to snag that one off the back of the ruck and dive forward. Saw that hand extend in for the first try of the match. 7-0 the score. We'll get restarted here by Lancaster. Nice high kick. Ends up getting knocked on, so scrum down here for the maroon and white.
Really important to get under those kicks, especially whenever you're down in this end. Keeping eyes on the ball, especially whenever there's no sunlight. It's Friday night under the lights type of rugby, so it's important to make sure that you field those cleanly.
Crouch.
Get set here. Elena Gregory and our referee.
Get in, Nate. Set.
Put in to the scrum. Mackenzie Nelson snags it out the back and gets things started. That one dropped forward, unfortunately, though. So a turnover ball back to Boise State. About 5 minutes gone by in this one. Boise with the only real opportunities of the match, and they made them pay to start off. A&M still looking to find their footing here.
A lot of space not really opening up here early on. They're just not able to go ahead and work the ball through the hands as they work through those nerves. Texas A&M not having too much of a drive as Boise State, but Boise State look very strong here within the first 5 minutes of this match.
Set!
I know both of y'all have played put plenty of miles on the road to travel through. I mean, Boise State, maybe that can be a good thing for them. They're coming in fresh. They haven't played in a few weeks. And maybe the excitement of this Lone Star Bowl is just what they needed to crank the season up. Right now in possession, right at the center of the pitch here, looking to find some support. Keeping it inside. Take there from Mariana Nelson. Miranda Nelson. Now they'll swing it back out again. A&M with strong defense, charging up and making that tackle behind the gain line. They'll come around the corner again, finding a bit of a gap there on the post. Boise keeping it in tight, working their way down the pitch, slowly but surely now. Tackle in there from Caitlin Lancaster, getting involved in that fly half position.
Take a step back, Red. Good.
Back a little bit better depth this time. Charging run comes through from Rowetter. It's still Broncos ball. Dew takes it into contact. Now they'll try the weak side. They'll just cut it right back in. Ava Jones, the freshman. Boise, hometown kid, trying to make her presence felt there on the near side on the wing. Just straight into contact with the Broncos. Solid
Boise
defense
State
so far from the Aggies.
Boise State having to make a lot of work for themselves here as they've seemed to have just stayed right on that 40 line with one-off runners.
Fine.
Beautiful job there. Edwakimo able to take it forward, get taken, not held, popped right back up and continued her run. But Boise again pushed back a little bit there from the defense from the Aggies. Ball still inside their own half. They'll look to make some movements on the far side, but Cole can't find much there. Good charging run coming in there from Edwakimo.
Get out, Red. Good.
Edvo, as she's known by her teammates, making her presence felt out there in that 8-man position, charging forward. A good run there from Jackson.
Good effort.
Nice slow pace here from Boise, but no mistakes thus far, really. You continue to work the ball back and forth. As long as you can hang on to possession, the other team can't do much with it. So good work from the Broncos thus far. This one gets kind of knocked out of the back of the ruck. Both have to release. Hands down, they just have to pick this one up. No ruck was formed there. Good to go, says the referee.
Last foot.
Boise will look to find some space here out wide. Just can't get that final pass out to the fullback. Donovan just has to dive down to it. Secure possession, but they're able to do so. There's a run again there from Ava Jones. Over one, through the second, burst through. Only one to beat. Can't get around the fullback, but she continues to charge forward. Support arrives nicely to keep things moving for the Broncos. Inside there, Maddie Jackson with the take. Fling it back and look to start yet again. Finding some space there on the far side. Straight into contact, a solid tackle there from Suzanne Eubank.
Need that squeeze ball quicker.
Aggie getting it done on the far side. Another strong take, doing a good job of catching the ball at pace, driving forward, and just eating up the clock. Almost 10 minutes gone by. Aggies have barely had more than a few phases here, but they're going to get some now. Off their feet were the Broncos, so penalty over to A&M.
Tiresome rugby there played by Boise State. So heartbreaking for them as Texas A&M is now able to get the penalty.
Had possession there, keeping it away from the Aggies, and we'll bring this one back. Take this one from the mark, I believe. And we'll have it again. Again, Aggies had a couple of phases early, but just need to play some good possession here. Work their way back into it. Strong run there from Audrey Clamp. The charge there from Swinson. But taken away by Boise. Good work on the defensive end, being very opportunistic and very good job taking it when they could. Still in possession, driven back a bit there by the Aggies. Again, catching at pace, into contact goes Maddie Jackson. Freshman from Laverne, California, and we'll have a penalty here. Hands in the ruck yet again, so back 10 go the Aggies for a penalty for Boise.
We're giving a lot of kudos to Boise State for being able to keep ball in hand for so many phases, but we can't forget to give a shout out to Texas A&M as they're able to defend this phase for so long without another try for Boise State. And again, we see that defense coming up, giving those bone-crunching tackles and putting them down on the back end.
Yeah, to your point, we've been playing a good 6 minutes of action right here in the center of the pitch. Neither team really able to move it back and forth. Boise trying to make something happen now. Good run there from the fullback. Nice line. In through goes Maria Donovan. High tackle awarded. So now Boise are able to get themselves into a good position. Decide to quick tap and look to charge. Into contact there goes Rowetter.
Red 7, not 10.
So again, they're penalized. Genevieve Pace, flanker there for A&M.
Over here, 8.
Just did not get back 10, was part of the play. So the call made there, penalty. Right at the center of the pitch, about 30 meters or so out. Ariana Edvokimo with a beautiful kick, finds touch. Well done by the big number 8. Gets him about 10 meters out.
She's an instrumental player for this Boise State side. Not only has she been able to really be ball hungry and take the ball to the line, but she's also looking for options on her teammates. And she can also get her team into prime scoring time here with a line out a little over 10 meters out from their own try zone.
See what strategy they decide to go with here. Do not keep it inside. They decide to go back to Edvokimo. She dishes it off, and now 5 meters out come the Broncos. Have numbers there on the outside. You hear them cheering for it, trying to get the ball out there. They cut back in. Rowetter can't get through. Still fighting for it, though. And she's able to dive in for the try. Well done. Just unbelievable effort there from Samantha Rowetter, the sophomore out of Yelma, Washington.
I mean, just bouncing off of players left and right. She was not going to go anywhere but forward, continuing to try and drive her legs and staying high in the contact. We see here that she was just able to go ahead and create that separation. It's the spin move, the continuous drive. Even there, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Texas A&M players trying to bring her down, but it's the grit, the determination that gets her over the line for that try for Boise State.
Too much grabbing at the ball there. Got to get low, secure a leg, and drive them back. Just too much trying to push and steal the ball away. And Boise's able to make Texas A&M pay. Look to convert their second try here. Up and through. So Boise State on top here early. 14-0 the score.
Texas A&M just really needing to generate that go forward that they're able to do on defense against Boise State. Even though Boise State leading 14-0 here, 15 minutes into this Lone Star Bowl, Texas A&M still have the capability and the speed to be able to put some points on the board if they're able to gather possession and really play to their strengths.
Get this one back going again. Caitlin Lancaster, the junior aerospace engineer out of Keller, Texas, looks to take this one, does not go the needed 10. We'll have a scrum down at the center of the pitch. Again, been a fantastic day of rugby. We've got some excellent matches, national championship matches on the slate for tomorrow. Make sure you tune in live here to the NCR YouTube page as we progress our way along here in the Fall Women's National Championship.
Locked in.
It's Lone Star Bowl giving these two clubs a little extra time on the pitch. Able to showcase what they've got here.
Set.
This one starts to come down. That ball was playable, but a penalty is going to be given here as A&M look to be off their feet and collapse that scrum.
Yeah, that scrum looked a little bit too messy for a referee to not blow that one up and be able to really solidify that it is a safety issue. Body height is going to have to change for the next scrum.
Into contact here goes a Bisher. Boise retain possession as they have for majority of this half, just grinding away at this Texas A&M defense. Each time they've got plenty of support there, ready to keep things moving.
Get out, White.
Run into contact, but again, support's there to secure possession. Try to find some space here on the near side. Out, good hands over to Donovan. Donovan spins out of one, out of two. Then a beautiful little offload to keep things moving there. Phoebe Nadeau.
Release.
Takes it in, got a release here, gets it back to her squad. Good job there from Ava Jones coming in, playing that scrum half position and keeping things moving here for the Broncos. Big drive there from Edvo as the number 8 continues to make her presence felt. Nice rumble through. Ali Frontzak fighting with the opposition. End up coming away with it. Good job there from Monahan. Gets it off now to to Davis. Davis about 18 meters out as the Broncos look to put their third try up on the board here. Just 17 minutes gone by in the first half. Able to sling it back out. Continue on. Samantha Rowetter with the big pass. Backwards, says the referee, will continue to play.
Last foot. No.
With that ball almost coming out, they're able to form that ruck again. Keep things moving. Good drive there from Kylie Nelson.
No hands.
Monahan gets it out to Frontzak. Frontzak right through the teeth of the defense. Gains a few more for the Broncos. Now looking to keep pushing through. Drive after drive here. Maddie Jackson. Looking for somebody ready to take charge. Ends up getting over to Frontzak again. Frontzak couldn't get much going, and this Aggie defense has come through with a big, strong counter ruck. Earned themselves the penalty. Boise had to come in from the side to get through it.
Smart heads-up play coming in early from Texas A&M as they were able to recognize the disconnect a little bit and get over the ball. Now they'll go ahead and quick tap and look to attack out of this end, but Boise State with that danger player on the number 8 now generating a possible turnover, and they're back on the attack.
Yet again, these Broncos have been relentless. That was Ronnie Abisher again, taking that away from the Aggies, and now they look to attack here on the near side. Donovan gets it out wide, looking to find some space. Back to Ava Jones through the defense, but loses it. Aggies back in possession now. Inside their own 5-meter line, they're able to make a good breakthrough. There goes Anne-Marie Johnson. Gives them a little bit of breathing room, and now the chip kick up over the top. Finds some space here. There's nobody back for Boise, and the Aggies are able to secure possession. Genevieve Pace takes it across midfield stripe, looking to find some support. Good little offload. Into contact they go, but this is the best we've seen out of the Aggies. Boise have to get back and set up that defensive line. Another strong push. Audrey Clamp.
Back, Blue.
Freshman trying to get involved. Another charge there from Pace, but offside's the call. Boise got a little too aggressive, and now A&M with a big opportunity.
Blue, give me a step on those breakdowns, please.
I love the fact that Texas A&M used the exit strategy to get right out of their end zone. I think they executed that very efficiently.
Yeah, just good vision to be able to see. No fullback was out there. And Now they've earned themselves a nice attacking opportunity. Just down 14-0, still a lot to play for. Genevieve Pace, another charge. They continue to try to pry her legs out from underneath her, but she is relentless. He's finally hit the deck. Boise with a good push, and they're able to secure that one out the back of the ruck. Well done to be able to secure possession back for the Broncos.
Tackler has to roll away. Can't reward the tackler.
Away the call there.
Yep.
They were just caught a little bit out of position. Elena Swenson got dinged for that one. And Boise looked to charge right away. Space there on the outside. Jones just couldn't hang on to it. And then a big hit comes in to stifle the attack completely from Boise. They're able to pick it up though. Around the corner they go. Jones almost able to break free. I think Boise's just gonna slow it down a little bit, secure possession, and start to grind away yet again at the Aggies.
He needs to come through the gate.
Show through from Miranda Nelson.
Good, stay down.
Pick it out of there. Bridget Monahan with the pass, hits the deck, but they're able to continue on. Advantage being played.
Yeah.
But we'll come back here to scrum down for the Aggies. It's just unfortunate trying to get it out wide. Could not hang on.
Red scrum.
Showing a lot of promise though, Texas A&M as they are able to kind of start to string those phases together, but Boise State, man, boy, do they want that ball back. You see that unfortunate little bit of a knock-on, but it's a pressure coming in from Texas A&M that forces the knock-on from Boise State.
Sorry.
It looked like a second knock-on there from A&M that kind of killed the advantage that they did have. But they'll have an opportunity now to try to bring something out of the scrum here.
Set! Whoop. Okay.
And Elena Gregory will reset things. Again, Gregory out of New York State Rugby Referee Society. Refs from all over the country converging here down in Houston.
Crouch.
Give these athletes the best matches it possibly can.
Bind. Set.
Grad student Mackenzie Nelson, ecology and conservation biology major. Able to get this one back. And now the Aggies get on the front foot and look to push through. Caitlin Lancaster, the junior, getting through. Now charge after charge. Big hit from Jacqueline Norberg, the senior from San Diego, California. Just a crushing run right through the teeth of the defense. Genevieve Pace slides her way through. Gets a couple more as the Aggies are really starting to turn things on. 23 minutes gone by, but still a lot to play for as the Aggies continue to move forward. Got to roll away quick if you're Boise there. You get caught for the penalty. Aggies catching it a little bit flat-footed here and end up knocking it forward. And just not on top of things as Boise will have to put into the scrum.
Yeah, on attack, you really want to generate that go forward by taking a step forward. It looks like Texas A&M, all three players leading up to that turnover were caught flat-footed. Just not able to go ahead and put on a little bit of pizzazz, no footwork. And Boise State have an incredible work rate in general, also being led by the number 8 as we see in the back. She has been everywhere throughout this match, not just giving those bone-crunching tackles, but also generating turnovers. A big player to watch.
Put in here for Bridget Monahan.
Between heads and shoulders, no pre-engagement.
Just got to make sure things are nice and settled before we get it moving. Again, safety the biggest key in these scrums.
Maintain this
so
space.
Much force and weight being pressed in.
Set.
Slow cadence gets us in here. Put in by Monahan. Much of a push there from the Aggies. Boise's able to slow things down and get what they want. Pass out to Davis. They'll sling it all the way forward. Working it out to the far side of the pitch in the hands of Maria Donovan. Donovan over the midfield stripe. Being chased. Can't get her. Around the fullback. One to beat. Has to step on the brakes. Hit about 10 meters out. Now they look to come back. Boise with just one person in the ruck, but they're able to hold strong. Here comes Edvin Kimo Again, around one, around two. Straightens it up and gets in for the try.
Yeah, we just talked about her and her work rate, her ability to get herself into the space where she is going to get hands on the ball is what's continuing to extend this lead for Boise State. She has been everywhere, ensuring that ball has been secured.
Right.
We see here, though, she recognizes her speed. She sees the mismatch between the number two, a loose forward against a front rower, but it's that inside step. You just see her get caught flat-footed. That's good heads-up play. A little bit of tap for sportsmanship as she gets the clip of the boots, and she'll extend that lead for Boise State yet again.
Just like that, the Broncos are able to knock on another 5 points as they continue to dominate this one. Aggies look like they had an opportunity there, but the door slammed shut. Another 2 up on the board as well. 21-0 now the score. And Adriana, a lot to play for here still for the Aggies. They've got to keep their heads involved.
I think they're playing a great game, Boise State. They're utilizing all their players from their forwards to their backs, and those loose forwards, like you mentioned, are executing so well on the outside. Sometimes loose forwards can get a little lost in the back line, but that is not the case here. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, we love an 8-man. We love an 8-man with some pizzazz, especially off of the back row. We don't want to get lost with the backs, and it almost looked like she was a center out there playing as well.
Thank you.
Could have possibly had a bit of offsides there, but she was able to rumble all around the defense and get through for the try. And it's the Broncos back in charge yet again. Another hard run there from Rowetter. Knocked forward though, and we'll have a scrum down back to the Aggies.
Texas A&M finding themselves in a good position here as they're back down in their own half. They'll really want to try and get some points on the board here
Really
as we're entering into the 27th minute of this Lone Star Bowl here in Houston, Texas. Just going to have to really put on a lot of pressure here if they want to try and get a try in before the half.
Bind! Set!
Lindsey Nelson puts this one in for the Fighting Aggies, but it's the Broncos charging through with the scrum. Ball still not coming out of there. Things stayed pretty secure, but eventually it's blown up by the referee, and it'll be a penalty awarded to the Broncos.
And standing
that was a steamroll and a half coming in from Boise State. I mean, just their power, the ability for them to push them back, not just 1 or 2 meters in a scrum, but almost 5 meters. Boise State again demonstrating their aggression here.
Able to take this one
Scott, you're happy with that pass?
into contact and just reloading. Back and forth they go. Now it's Franzak taking charge.
Good job.
It's all the way through. Referee guiding the girls as we go through, keeping things on pace and moving on their feet here. Another big run there from Edvakimo. Boise continues to drive. Another big run from Rowetter. Inside center is always ready to charge through. Her teammate Halsey. Again, Boise just looking for some more space. Already 3 tries up on the board. Big push there from Meischer.
Just stay right there, Red.
A slightly scandalous look here for women's rugby. The Spanx almost coming off.
It happens to the best of us.
Continue to retain possession though. Doesn't have to be pretty out there. They continue to march forward over the 22-meter line. Allie Davis could not quite get through. Bring it out, low pass, not forward, says the referee. Will continue to play on. Maria Donovan shrugs off a couple of defenders and then retains possession back to her squad. Monahan, swing route. Edvakimo continues to move it to the far side. Nothing there for Sarah Cole though. She dishes it off back to Rowetter. Again, uses that strength to push through. Get a little couple extra.
Despite how much possession that Boise State has held, Texas A&M is doing a great job defending. They're communicating. You can tell on the field. They're pushing people out. They're pushing people in. You could just tell the camaraderie out there.
The Broncos just straight up the gut they go. Now they'll spin it wide. Looking for some space. Here around the corner goes Jones, but she ends up cutting it back in. Had a little bit of room out there, but back towards the rest of her squad. Might be held up, can't get those knees to touch. We've got a maul, and there it goes back. Nobody wants it here. Broncos end up taking charge. Of course, it's Ed Vakimo says, I'll take that smash any time of day. Continues to push through, but it looks like she might have had it ripped away. A&M in possession now as they come through with it. A maul is called. I believe it's going to be on Boise to be able to make this playable. It looks like A&M's going to be able to retain possession out of it. Got to present that out of the maul. They were able to do so. A&M continue to push here. This one through the legs, went backwards. Pressure still erupting up on the defensive end for Boise State. Strong counter ruck. They're able to cash in. Ed Vakimo dishes it off after she's able to get the poach. Franzak with another charge. Hands in the ruck's going to be the penalty call there as the Aggies are able to escape that one. Take the kick, but it goes right into possession back for Boise. Not able to get anything out of that one. And Boise looked to make them pay here. Able to keep them inside the 22. Now a strong charge through from Abish. There's Ed Vakimo looks to charge.
And just interesting tactic here. Again, we see the turnover happening for Boise State, a big counter ruck, but Texas A&M giving away possession after a tap that happened a little bit ago, in which the player brought back to kick the ball, almost resulting in a Boise State try. Now Texas A&M able to breathe a sigh of relief as referee decides to have a conversation with both captains.
Those kicking strategies can be an advantage or a disadvantage, and I think at times.
Take a deep breath. Talk to your teams. Yeah. Through the gate, on our feet. Thanks.
They almost gave up a try there.
Referee Elena Gregory talks to both captains. Make sure we keep things in line here. It's going to be A&M with ball in hand there. Mackenzie Nelson with the penalty. They'll just quick tap and look to drive out from their own end. Boot wasn't working for them, but this time they knocked it forward, coughed it up, and Boise are going to have another opportunity to extend the lead.
It's very risky business to do so many passes back here in your own end. Texas A&M just having some poor decisions back here, causing Boise State to again do something that Texas A&M didn't want, which is have the ball in hand. Again, they're going to be on defense as we enter into the final 10 minutes with Texas A&M having no points on the board against Boise State.
Bind! In 8. Set!
Into the scrum, secured off the back. Around the corner goes Ed Vakimo. Able to dish it off. Boise back in possession. Davis gets taken to deck. They'll pick and go. Broncos looking for that fourth try of the first half. Continue inside. Keeping it nice and tight. Getting a little sloppy there. They're able to secure possession though. Monahan with the crash in. Scrum half's in. Should see a pick and go here. Nice strong take. The Aggies give the shove back.
That's a maul.
Ball is called. They've got to present this.
Use it now.
Boise are able to retain possession. They'll look to spin it out wide here into the hands of Halsey. Halsey can't get through. one up. Continues to move forward. Row Wetter can't find any space.
Get the contact down.
Good movement. Edvikimo trying to find something there. Each time she touches the ball, she's making meters. Some space on the outside, but we'll continue to push forward. Right up the gut go the Broncos. Now they'll spin it. This one knocked on though. Give the Aggies another opportunity to relieve some pressure here.
Yeah, Boise State would just look up and kind of take their time to recognize the space. They had it wide. We see them doing what they do best, which is getting that go forward, that little peep show that we had earlier today, all in good fun, trying to get the tackles low. But unfortunately, Boise State, just with the inability to look up, are causing a lot of unneeded contact against a very aggressive Texas A&M side.
Come up.
Mayday call happened there. Things not feeling comfortable inside the scrum.
It was crouched on that side, like it was like
very low. We're gonna reset this time. I need you to feed without delay. Okay? Here we go.
Not something we see too often there, but good job keeping things nice and safe. Referee will blow this one up and we'll have it again.
Crouch. Maintain this space.
Nelson out of Euless, Texas.
Find.
Euless Trinity High School up in the Dallas area.
Set.
Set to put this one in for the Aggies. This one comes right out the side. I don't know if it came through. AR says it's clean.
Blue.
Nope, AR did catch it. Well done by our 3 referees out there. We'll have an offsides call, actually. So penalty awarded to the Aggies, and now an opportunity. We'll still go with the quick tap inside their own 22.
I even thought that she just looked a little bit too quick over that ball, and now Texas A&M will go ahead and take it right into the heart of Boise State.
But the Broncos hold strong. A&M slows it down a bit now. Strong take, but this one ends up getting knocked on. We had offsides advantage being played, so the penalty here for the Aggies.
Hey, Blue, that's 2 in a row. 2 offside penalties in a row.
Warning there from our referee. Boise needs to keep things in line. Look to dish this one off to Pace. Genevieve Pace takes it into contact, but strong counter up just poaches this one right away. Ronnie Abisher, the junior, has been excellent out here in the last 10 minutes or so. Boom, another big hit there from Edvikimo as she crashes through. Some space here to use the hands. This one skips through. Knocked backwards again. Strong defense from the Aggies. But it's Boise right there.
Careful.
Able to secure possession. They'll look to go weak now. Over here to Donovan. Donovan through one.
No!
Penalty's going to be given there. A&M a bit too aggressive. Not through the gate, the call.
Just a lot of lack of discipline coming in from both sides as fatigue starts to set in, and for the last minute of this first half, it's important for Boise State to still maintain their discipline in the breakdown. Referee Gregory has already voiced that there have been 2 infractions now with their hands getting in the ruck, and Texas A&M following suit means that a card could be inevitable here if both teams don't maintain their discipline a little bit better. Texas A&M excited as they continue to go ahead and hype themselves up. They're excited to be able to play at the Houston SaberCat Stadium here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah, coach was not as happy there. It's the tough result here for the Aggies, but they continue to press on. Fighting Aggies will not give up. They continue to push here, knock forward. We're close to halftime. The referee will say we've got at least enough for one more possession here. Scrum down to the Broncos.
It's always important to continue to move, but one thing that Texas A&M is lacking that Boise State does have over them is their ability to generate their own depth to hit on at pace. Unfortunately, Texas A&M is about as flat as Texas, and they're just not able to get past the line of Boise State.
Bind. 8. Set.
Here's the put in. Monahan gets it through. Turn back.
I need that speed.
Take charge, trying to find something on the far side of the pitch. That pass just a little too far forward. But the Broncos are able to retain possession. Just waiting on that referee's whistle. Next stoppage could be the final of the half. Rumble through there from Maddie Jackson. Didn't get much. Try and find some space there on the far side. Ed Vakimo always willing to break that gain line. Now they'll try and find some space out wide, but good, strong charging defense crashing through there from the Aggies. They're able to push them back a little bit. Make sure they don't leave any gaps open there for the charging winger. Ava Jones tried to make something happen. The Aggies hold strong.
Yep.
Both Boise State's wings getting a little bit of go forward, but still cutting in, having the curse of the wings as they're not able to generate that width that Boise State's looking for.
Still good possession for the Broncos. Rumble through, just over 41 minutes played.
Tackle, release!
Good release now. And the ruck is formed nicely for the Broncos. Good run through from Frontzak, the sophomore. Keeps moving forward, keeps the legs churning. Ed Vakimo says, I want some of that. She powers through as well. Through the back, these forwards really taking charge. Sarah Sudduth tries her hand in it.
Tackle.
She's able to take it to deck. 6 meters out now with the Broncos. Looking to end this half with an exclamation point here. The Aggies hold firm so far. Around the side, here comes Roetter again. Already has one, slips the tackle and gets her second of the match.
Her power has just been impeccable, especially whenever she gets within that 5-meter try zone. She's good with stepping off of her right and her left foot, but it's the power. You see her built like a tank. That's what you want within your inside center. And Boise State, again, continuing to extend their lead as we have the curse of the goose eggs here, it seems like, for the last couple matches. Again, we see here that step off the right and then the fend, and then she's just going to go ahead and take it right to the house.
Another 5 up on the board, right between the posts. Kick through, conversion up and good there from Abisher. And a 28-0 lead for the Boise State Broncos. Taking charge here against the hometown A&M Aggies. As we see a couple of the tries coming through, but it's been all Broncos all the time. Diving in for the try. We'll come back with the second half of action coming up here after this. The Lone Star Bowl live from Aviva Stadium in Houston. We'll return back in a few.
Good morning to you, rugby fans. Welcome to beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. We have 7 rugby action coming for you all day.
Blow up the spot, then we running. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight may get a little crazy. You can leave me.
Handles that one, finally moving out. It looks like they are in the try zone again, extending their lead.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. and we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino, home of the scrum.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Good morning to you, rugby fans. Welcome to beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. We have 7 rugby action coming for you all day.
Blow up the spot, then we run it. Ready or not, here we coming. Somebody better say a prayer for me. Tonight may get a little crazy.
Handles that one, finally moving out. It looks like they are in the try zone again, extending their lead.
Welcome back to beautiful Houston, Texas, the Space City, home of the 2022 National Collegiate Rugby Women's Fall Championship Series. We've gotten through 4 matches today, midway through the 5th, the Lone Star Bowl on the line here. Texas A&M Aggies, the home state team, just have not had what it takes in the first half. They're down 28-0. As we march our way through here for the second half action, all Boise State here. A&M just could not find enough open space to really take charge. Right now they've got Boise State packed in inside, just out their own 22. Able to keep possession, trying to find some space on the far side. But a good dump tackle there.
6.
Kelsey Reed.
Off your feet.
Did well, and then Boise State commit the penalty. There's the quick tap, and they're going to charge right through. Big run there from Sarah Sutter. Excuse me, that was Jacqueline Norberg with the big carry. 6 meters out now.
You
The
have penalty
Aggies
advantage.
fighting through here. Pace lost it forward.
Bring it back to the advantage.
Got a penalty.
We had 5. Off your feet again.
Off their feet were the Broncos, so a penalty 5 meters out for the Aggies.
That's 2 blue.
tap given there. We've got to make sure
Ball has
ball
to leave your
hits the
hands.
foot at some point to restart play.
Take it through the mark.
Dish it off and have it again. Charging run there from Samantha Moore. Just takes it down into contact. Looking for some space there. Swenson.
No!
Gets a meter out, lost it forward though, but what come back for another penalty?
12. Captain. All right. We have 3 penalties now. Under pressure. Send you off now.
So a big blow there.
10
As
minutes.
sent
We
off
got
is
2
Samantha
divings.
Rowetter.
That
2
was
tries
release.
on the day already, and she has made her presence felt out there.
Under pressure
But
here.
multiple
Okay, yep.
penalties under pressure. Too much, says the referee, and the penalty awarded. And so it'll be Boise State playing one woman down here. For the next 10 minutes. 28-0 the score. 4 tries in the first half for Boise State, as they continue to try and keep A&M out. A&M looking for their first points of the match. Gets it a meter away. This one held up though, a fight for it. They've got to release now, get the ball back. Able to do so. Pace tries a shot at it. And a try awarded. Big try there. Genevieve Pace, the junior aerospace engineer out of Colorado Springs, gets the first 5 up on the board for the Fighting Aggies.
7.
It was all Boise State, but off of a power play after repeated infractions by Boise State, Texas A&M, you see them start to celebrate it. They look at the ref saying they know that she's got it down. Boise State a little bit confused, but being down a player after multiple infractions, referee seems to go in favor of Texas A&M, and now they finally have some points on the board. The curse of the goose egg now over.
Progress through, look to notch another 2 up on the board. Kick good. So 28-7 your scores. We'll take another look.
Yeah, again, just a celebration, recognizing it. We usually say that no matter, even if you get over the line, you still celebrate it as if it was a try. Looks like referee Gregory debated it slightly, but after dotting it down within the ankles, now Boise State will now have a kickoff to Texas A&M.
So strong work there from the Aggies. Again, that was Genevieve Pace, the junior member of the Texas Aggies Corps of Cadets, showing her athleticism and aggression as she was able to get in. She's made a few good runs. That time she was able to have a nose for the try line, gets it in, and now the Aggies right back on the front foot. Isis Davis through the defense off to Rodina as they continue to push through. Back in again to Davis.
Get back! Get back! Okay.
That's right, they are on their way here with the converted try. 21 points down now. Boise did not come through the gate on that last one, cost them a penalty. And the Aggies look to keep pushing through with a hard charging run.
Back, back!
Defense from Franzak keeps them from getting too far. Moore can't get very much. And they'll pass this one back again. There's a bit of space right up the gut there for Campbell. Addison Campbell getting through the defense, 10 meters out now. There's the try score, back in it again with Pace. They look for something near side, but this one just hits the deck.
Leave it, Red,
Scramble
leave it!
for it, and it looks like the Broncos have been able to get possession. Kick under duress, gets it up over the top. Aggies can't secure it, and the Broncos are able to come away with that one. A wobbly kick ends up working in the end for the Broncos. Another take through the defense. Allie Davis, the captain, continues the charge here for the Broncos. To the outside, again playing one woman down here.
It's good.
The Aggies really starting to make their presence felt.
Get out, Blue!
first 6 minutes of this second half have been outstanding for the Aggies as they continue to push forward here. Cotton got slung to deck there from Donovan from Boise State. They're able to earn themselves a penalty. Take a second here, Ed Vakimo. Kick this one out into touch and push their way up the pitch.
A little bit of a tit for tat now, finally seeing the breakdown infractions go in favor of Boise State after they have lacked discipline throughout the beginning of this match, resulting in a yellow card early on with Boise State within their number 12, the two-time try scorer. Now Texas A&M will be on the defense with a line out. Boise State throw-in right around the 50-meter line.
This one gets through both jumpers. Ed Vakimo is able to push it back towards her side. The Broncos retain possession. Right up the gut they go again. Good support. Ed Vakimo charging through. Breaks one, breaks two. Finally taken to deck and held.
Get back, Red.
Possible offsides there, but Boise makes them pay. Another good charge there from Fronczak. Swinging out here to the near side, but solid defense from the Aggies. Blow that up.
Quick. Don't take her straight for you.
Again, trying to come around the side through this one, possibly forwards. And Boise with the turnover. It'll be a scrum down back to the Aggies.
Texas A&M now finally getting the ball back from Boise State as they have just continuously not set themselves up for success here. Having the disconnect go on has forced Texas A&M to now have possession, continue to play in this half. It'll be important for them to get at least one more try in before Boise State brings in back one of their key players from the sin bin.
Just a few minutes left here. Try to strike quickly here are the Aggies.
Bind. Let's watch that space. Yep, let's get it right.
Have this again. And the Aggies coming in 4-2 on the year. Their only two losses, back-to-back losses against Southern Nazarene out of Oklahoma.
Crouch.
Gave the Lone Star title to UTSA. The Aggies still a very formidable squad. Looking to get back into this one. Down 21 points. Good job securing possession at the back of that one. Reese Matt is able to bring it back out. Now they'll take it straight up the gut. Kelsey Reed with the good charging run. Well done to secure possession by the Aggies. Rumbling forward, Audrey Clamp. It's had a couple of good movements throughout the day. Trying to find some space on the outside, but this Boise defense isn't having any of it. Maria Donovan, the junior, with the crunching tackle to send the Aggies back. Now around the corner, Cotton trying to find some space. Is able to offload that back though. And they're moving now. The Aggies over the 10-meter line. Here comes Pace. Straight up the gut. One try to her name so far. She's been relentless in those takes. Flanker position. This one might have been lost forward. Ends up being retained here. Boise back in with it. Just a few meters outside their 22. Inside play doesn't come to fruition.
No.
It's the Aggies looking for a play here, but a little too aggressive that time. Jacqueline Norberg tried to come off and blow things up, but just came a little too quick with the offsides.
That's massively important to make sure that you're listening, especially to a communicative referee such as referee Elena Gregory. Even before the play had even happened, she had already told her no as she was trotting over to go ahead and
Blue
do
7.
a little bit of a cheeky play on the 9.
You're off.
And now we'll have some substitutes.
Blue 7
for Boise State.
Is off.
close to that 10-minute mark on the sin bin.
So they're telling me you have us up, but yeah.
Almost back to full strength, but not yet.
All right. Let's have it.
Ready to go again. Boise with the throw for the line out. Up top, this one not straight.
What do you have? Line out or scrum? Okay.
Fighting Aggies take the scrum. Keep in mind, folks, we've had 4 good matches today, setting the stage for a fantastic championship finale tomorrow, 10 a.m. Lee versus Endicott in the Small College Championship.
You're
12
under a minute
p.m.
right now.
Marquette
So
taking
next stop
on
and play.
Wisconsin
Yep.
Eau Claire in a rematch. And then at 4 p.m. the D1 final, Michigan versus Notre Dame College. All here live on NCR's YouTube page.
Bind.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tim Wilkes, Darian Lovelace, and Adriana Mateo. To you live here from the beautiful facilities of Aviva Stadium, home of the Houston SaberCats MLR squad, and it's A&M looking to take charge. Still down, but they have been the dominant force here in the second half. Swing it back around, looking to find some space. Nice little offload into the tackle, finds Isis Davis. Davis pushes through. Charge, but solid defense, and Swenson back. Bringing it around. A&M loses possession. Boise secures it in the back. Monahan looping pass there, finds its target. Nadeau couldn't get much though as the Aggies show good defensive form.
Tackler's not away.
Boise still playing, one woman down.
Here's scrum advantage.
Time tick off the clock before they're back to full strength, but it's the Aggies that take back possession. They had advantage being played, weren't able to
Card can come on.
bring it through, so we'll have a scrum down to the Aggies.
It was lost forward by blue
after
here.
a couple substitutions.
Looks like the card is back on now for Boise State. Boise State back to a full 15
no
on
advantage
15 for Texas A&M. Texas A&M able to get 1 try in during that yellow card stint. But now with Boise State back to their full 15 side, can Texas A&M continue to bring the aggression and bring the grit here against a very strong and solid looking Boise side?
Crouch.
I think one thing they're doing differently this second half is getting deeper on attack, which was their big issue in the first half. The defense is flying up on them, so it's looking a lot better. Hopefully they can pull out a couple more tries.
Screams of Mayday fill the stadium here. Is that one just a little bit out of place? We'll have to reset this. Again, safety is the primary concern out there.
Okay.
Again, we'll see what the Aggies can do.
Reset, please.
Again, their 1 try did come with a man or with a woman down, but they just took it straight up against that defense and did not really try to use their numbers or anything like that. So I think that they should be able to continue with this newly found aggressiveness that they've got here in the second half. See if they can punch in another try.
Yeah, we have yet to see a second half comeback for many of the sides today here in Houston, Texas. If anybody were to pull on their Texas roots, it would be Texas A&M. But Boise State, again, just too impeccable with their clinical defense.
This one almost came out, but it's the Broncos that are able to hook it back. A nice little chip kick up over the top, finds some space. Oh, almost had a runner getting onto it. Broncos still in possession, but now it's taken away. Good poach by the Aggies, and they're back in possession. Huge run there from Eubank.
Get out, Blue!
Aggies could not handle that counter ruck, but good job getting back in there and stealing it away. That ball opened up, but the Aggies are able to retain possession. This one gets flicked back. Davis. Crunching double tackle. She's able to let it go, but it did go forward. So it'll be a scrum down back to Boise State.
Hey, let's scrum
15
again.
minutes gone by here in the second half.
Blue 9.
Here, referee Gregory
Off.
even voicing, hey, let's scrum again, noticing the trend that's been happening between both teams as fatigue sets in within the last 25 minutes of this Lone Star Bowl. Ball's just not going to hand, forward passes, but it's the leg drive that came in from Boise State. They are taking them nowhere but backwards. Texas A&M again starting to get into that lull that we saw in the first half, just not able to get a good platform.
Bind. Set.
Dylan Hadley with the put into the scrum. Sub-scrum half gets things moving. Little return pass there back to Allie Davis. Davis to the outside, trying to find some space there with Donovan. Donovan dishes it off to the outside wingers. They're able to cut back through. Retain possession here at midfield.
No, release.
Into contact. It's getting a little scrappy at the bottom of the rucks, but again, the Broncos keep ball in hand. Rumble through from front. Zach gets nowhere.
Get out.
See if Boise can make their offensive presence felt here in the second half, as it's been all A&M thus far, but this one trickles out into touch. Turnover ball back to the Aggies on the line out.
Looks like if the number 14 for Boise State would have made a little bit of a cut in, looked like that was possibly the intention to run a switch. She would have had nothing but green grass on a drift defense from Texas A&M, but now Texas A&M will have possession of this ball.
Blue. Just kidding.
Off of a line out.
In here from the captain, Samantha Moore. Hooker. Out of Norwich, Connecticut. Able to retain possession, but ended up knocking it on as it went back. So it'll be a scrum down here to Boise State. Boise State coming into this one at 2-2. Been a formidable squad on the year, but see what they've got left in the tank. A lot of subs coming in from both sides.
She doesn't get to do our fun scrums anymore. She's missing out.
Again, referee Gregory apparently loving the scrum time for both teams, Boise State and Texas A&M. Just unfortunate knock-ons
on the ground.
As subs start to roll through, though, we should see a increase in the standard of play, as they're the finishers, the ones that are supposed to come in and bring up their teammates.
Bind. Set.
That might be the advantage for the Aggies, being able to bring maybe more of a team over with such a short distance, just an hour-and-a-half drive. Boise having to send the whole squad miles and miles away through the air. But right now, it's Boise still on top, 28-7, almost midway through the second half of action. Have, I believe, another scrum down. Nope, line out here.
Blue, get in the line out, please. In or out?
Big conversations happening here off of set piece as subs were rolling through. Knowing your role is really important, especially in matches such as this, but Texas A&M able to gather the line out, and they're now on the attack.
Genevieve Pace, sure-handed in the line out from that flanker spot. She's already got one try. She has done an excellent job all over the pitch. Right now it's the Aggies charging forward. Clamp gets over the midway stripe. Continue to charge. Pace gets stood up straight though, and she's driven back on the pitch again as Rowetter sent off earlier, and Rowetter just driving him forward, ends up having to release. Pace comes around again. Again, constant aggressiveness out of Genevieve. Aggies continue to fight on. Almost had that one poached away, but they'll continue with it. Going the wrong direction though, as this one ends up getting forward, and we'll come back to the scrum back for the Broncos. Getting a little sloppy out there now.
Blue 11.
Yeah, Boise State
Texas A&M is showing potential in certain spots, but then it just comes with having that flow, and it kind of falls apart after a couple of phases where people are kind of out of order. That's where maybe one or two people are leading those pods, leading that back line, and making sure people are in their right spot so they can continue getting productive phases.
Yeah, And we talked about how flat Texas A&M was in their attack, starting to get back into that lull, but because Boise State is really driving them back in the tackle, forcing these forward and errant passes to find the ground and not hands.
Come up. I need to see your shoulder.
This one is
outside.
just not right. Got a couple of mayday calls, so
It's tucked under here.
Elena Gregory is going to be a little bit more forceful here, make sure things are nice and safe as some of the subs do come in.
Okay.
I think it's good to have a ref that pays attention to detail, kind of controls the game, especially a team like this. Both teams are going to take a lot out of this game, and both going to walk away more knowledgeable than before, especially with the ref like this.
100%. Boise able to secure possession out the back of the scrum. Nice little pass back inside the charging Rowetter. Takes it through, but ends up losing it. A&M unable to take advantage of the knock-on.
Red 4.
They will come back to the scrum down here.
You can hear the conversations happening there down by referee Gregory as they try and tell their teammates to calm down, take a breather, try and get set. A lot of these wants for the players to continue and build that connection are not happening due to just the chaos. So now Texas A&M and both Boise State are going to have to calm themselves down in order to generate the play that they would like.
Set.
New player on the pitch taking over for Jacqueline Norberg is JT Taylor, a senior out of El Segundo, California. Now the A&M Aggies are able to keep possession off of that scrum. Looking for some space, but again, as Darian said, just catching it flat-footed out the back. They're able to make a little bit of pace here, but got stranded, and it's Boise that are able to rip it back away. Broncos holding steady here at midfield. Almost a little late on the pass, but they're able to keep things moving. Maddie Jackson, the freshman, darts through the defense. They'll spin it back. Let's try and find something wide. Here's Rowetter, fends off one, taken down by the second. Good tackle from Kelsey Reed. And they'll look to go weak. There's some space. Couldn't find much. Another big tackle there. JT Taylor coming in, the sub, getting her first tackle of the night. Another charge there from Markoff. Right at the center of the pitch. Fight for the ball. Good counter-ruck, says the referee, and it's going to be the Aggies that rip it out of there. Into contact they go. Lost it. Backwards, says the referee. Continue to play on. Each one of these rucks just painstakingly tough. And another big run from Pace. The 5th or 6th line break she's had to go along with that first try. Big collision. High tackle penalty possibly coming here.
I have direct contact with the neck. Did it come in high on the shoulder and right up? It was a direct. Direct contact. High force. Coming in low, change in height, yellow.
So they're debating on whether or not the contact was made high or if there was an obvious way for her to drop her body height. We see here, though, a wrap around the neck coming in from behind. Almost looks like it's directly head on shoulder contact. That's a legal play. Right now the debate is as to if she tried to drop her body height. The debate could result in a red. However, referee Gregory just trying to talk shop. Looks like it's probably going to end up being a yellow.
Yeah, it does look like she dipped a little bit coming into contact, but at the same time,
I think her,
like you said, no bend, no real attempt to get low.
Into contact with her chest, arm rode up. We have penalty only. Yeah. Okay.
Just the
We can talk
penalty
about
is
it.
going to be given here as that
Yeah.
one gets mitigated down. Hear the explanation.
Yeah. So you guys came into contact.
Yeah.
Right. I think your arm
My arm was
came
already
up and rode up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to say penalty only.
Okay.
Yeah. High tackle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Take a look one last time.
high tackle.
This one scooped up, into contact they go. Blow to the head, but incidental. This one gets mitigated down just to a penalty only. It's A&M back in possession off the quick tap as they look to charge and put on some more points here. 15 minutes left to play here in the Lone Star Bowl, live from Aviva Stadium.
Take a step, Blue.
The Houston SaberCats.
Make sure you're coming through the gate.
Charge forward.
Take a step.
Spin it back
Off your
out
foot.
and pass there from Matt. Goes Eubank, and they're able to filter it out to the side. Kelsey Reed couldn't find space, and now they're able to get some on the far corner. Shoestring tackle there, takes down Sydney Cotton. The Aggies looking to be in good form here. That one a bit flat-footed, but Pace
Get out,
continues
Blue.
to push forward. Shows her aggressiveness each and every time. Now Moore, captain,
Easy.
into contact, but gets driven back. Good hit there from Rowetter. Just got to take this one forward, forcing the pass to the outside, and Boise saw that coming from a mile away. Big hit
Step,
from
Blue.
Allie Frontzak. He's looking for space on the far side, but again, charging through is Maria Donovan to make the tackle.
No, Blue, get out.
Aggies retain possession. Flat pass. Inside, and they're able to push through, but this
Good
one
take.
ripped
Good take.
out of the hands. Ronnie Abisher with the take. And now Boise back in. Good tackle though. Ed Bikimo couldn't find any room.
Looks like they've got a little bit of space wide if Boise's able to move it through the hands to the right. Texas A&M getting a little bit bunched there.
See the error now. They're going to try and swing it that way. Screaming for it. They get the pass. Good job getting it all the way outside. That one close to being
Lost
forward.
forward.
It does get called that way. Lane Gregory in position.
Red 14. Red, what was the other number? 3 and blue 8. You guys are off. We have time off.
Bit more fresh legs coming on to the pitch.
You got me, Mark.
We'll get to those as we go through.
Okay.
We'll have a scrum down here.
Boise State's defense, I mean, just dishing some massive hits here on Texas A&M. Looks like there's a player down.
Are you not an accordion?
From this break, we'll just take a quick sec. Watch a few of these tries from earlier in the match. These Boise State making their presence felt first. Pushing it over with the first try right there. Able to dot a second one down in, both between the posts. Good conversions all here from the first half from Boise.
And that was this danger player right here, the number 8. We saw her round the corner, kick for touch, look to find the space and extend that lead continuously for Boise State. She's been quite the leader here, but it's been the 2-time try scorer with the evasive footwork and the big fence. She's just able to find her way into that try zone, but Texas A&M still celebrating, still in this match as they were able to get a try in before the yellow card returning from Boise State. Again, though, the pace has all been about Boise State. Anytime that they have the ball in hand, they are just going to find their way over into the try zone. Not only are they good on the go forward, as we see here, the tenacity, but they're also good on defense with generating those leg drives. We see here just the power continuously for them.
Samantha Rowetter alongside Ariana Edvukimo have been the big time players here for Boise State. as they look to continue on and secure the victory here in the Lone Star Bowl.
Trying to send me to you.
Taking off there.
Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Red or blue, sir?
It is red scrum. Yep, lost forward by blue. Red scrum. Time's on.
Locked in. Second. So good.
Reese
Crouch.
Matt, the junior from Angleton, Texas.
Bind.
Put this one in for the Aggies.
Set.
Good shove there from the Aggies. They're able to retain possession. Pass went a little bit backwards there to Pace. She's able to keep it. Suffocating defense. Schneider, part of that tackle. Now the Aggies charge through. There goes Pace. Yet another line break. Genevieve Pace, junior aerospace engineering major, has been outstanding. This one close to forward.
No, release,
play
release.
on. Gets them getting popped out.
Okay, here. Sorry.
No clear release there from the tackler, and it'll be a penalty back to the Aggies.
Not mine.
Yet again, we've just seen Boise State continuously try and work in that space. However, they're just not able to hold their weight, dealing with a lot of penalties going in the way of Texas A&M.
Genevieve Pace continues her excellent output. A&M just looking for something. Shoe flying across the screen. The Aggies, and catching it flat-footed, just having to absorb the contact as they get driven back here. And a strong counter up almost brings it out, but the Aggies will continue to move forward. For something on the far side. Good tackle there from Sydney Halsey.
Get out, Blue.
Around the boot. Let's see who that came from, and then a pass right off the fingertips. Knock on, and we'll have it back here. Again, the Aggies down 28-7. Boise with ball in hand with about 12 minutes left to play.
Texas A&M just not doing themselves any favors. Catching the ball flat-footed, continuously not working back is just allowing a side like Boise State, who loves to go forward, to continue to work hard and get these really big turnovers. Texas A&M just not able to answer back after an early yellow card here in the second half. Boise State's still looking pretty promising as we enter into a little over the last 10 minutes of this Lone Star Bowl here in Houston, Texas.
Bind. Set.
A referee out of the New York State Rugby Referee Society gets us back underway. It's Boise that are able to retain possession, and they charge forward. Allie Davis, the captain, gets inside the 10-meter line of the Aggies. Continue to get close to that game line here in the next phase. Has to pull this one back. Scrum half was in. This time it's taken away. Good effort around the corner. That's Pace again. She's going to take this one into touch. She continues her high output. She has been all over the pitch.
Red 2, blue 13. All right, blue here.
It's like referee Gregory trying to set up this line out here. Texas A&M just not making that little cut back inside to maintain possession. They look like they were off to the races, but now a little bit of a bobble, and Boise State is back on the attack right at the 50.
Fantastic take from Kalia Schneider. The junior gets possession back for the Broncos. Scoop this one out the back as Hadley gets them moving again. All the way out there to Rowetter. Rowetter with a beautiful little inside pass. Springs them free. Through the defense there goes Allie Davis. Excuse me, that was Ava Jones with the squirt through.
No!
Hands, referee did a good job. They're going to have a penalty advantage being played for hands in. And just a bit too aggressive. Now the Broncos swing it outside. Ava Jones. Not quite as much there on the next run. Looking for some more space out there. Around goes Donovan. Donovan through the defense. Around the last defender. And Boise State get their first try the second half and increase their lead 33-7 now.
14.
Aviana, I don't know about you, but that looked like your typical dodge, duck, weave, all of the back things that make for a really good try.
Do you know what number that was?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that was impressive. The way she swiped the tackle away and just ran right around them. The passing was flawless, and they walked right in there. It was beautiful. Back line was solid on that one.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good try there for Boise. Right between the posts, sets up an easy conversion kick. Already 4 for 4 on the day.
I think this Boise team pays close attention to detail on the support runs, on the rucks, on the lineouts. They're focused, and I think that shows in the end.
They look very, very clinical and very intentional against Texas A&M, who haven't found a way to adapt to Boise State, haven't found a way to respond to the constant wave of aggression that they're giving to them.
We saw the Aggies come out to start the second half with a lot of force, but as we see it here one last time, a big try for Boise as they're able to weave right through the defense. Coaches are happy, fans are happy, and it's been an excellent performance for the Broncos today. Get us going again. This one off the hands. Could not hang on to it there. Ava Jones with the turnover.
Red scrum.
We'll see if the Aggies can put some more points up on the board here.
We haven't seen a whole lot of teams be able to field the ball cleanly off of restarts. It's such a crucial skill that can really set your team up for a building of momentum. It's a point that a lot of coaches try and harp on, but it's a skill that players really have to take upon themselves. We see here just taking her eyes away from the target, not allowing the ball to kind of
maintain that space between heads and shoulders, please.
Especially whenever you're not under pressure, it's important to make sure that you gather those kicks.
Bind.
Just a worst case scenario here, and right off the restart, it's the Aggies.
Set.
About 25 meters out. They look to strike, but this one, too much movement before the ball came in.
And when you're pushing, your shoulder's like in my boot, so you're not even level with me. Just come up a little bit. It's okay. You're good. You're good. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Trying to work the kinks out here, get everybody in the right position.
The communication that's happening, you will always hear everybody say that's our #1 answer, but we're seeing it here firsthand, the camaraderie within the sport, really talking through it.
Bind.
Hopefully we'll see a good scrum here.
Set.
Good, solid drive here by Boise, and they're able to take this one against the head. Looking for some space here on the near side. Pass was a little low. Jones is able to take it, but hit hard there by Kelsey Reed. Broncos continue to move forward. Rowetter pushing through, still can't take her down all the way to the midfield stripe.
Good.
We've seen that time and time again from Rowetter, just refusing to go down. Again, the only try for Annie.
No, release!
She was off the pitch.
Release!
Shows her importance out there. Charge there from the Broncos. 6 minutes left to play here in the Lone Star Bowl. The Boise State squad coming down and looking to dash the hopes of the home state Aggies. Slow things down here, do the Broncos. Back in with another crash. Schneider gets through, and they're able to, again, phase after phase, just keep possession. Again, even when they're slowing down, they have multiple runners coming through at pace, try and break that line. Something we just haven't seen quite enough from the Aggies today. As Boise continue to push through, another big hit from Kelsey Reed, but this one a bit too high. Jumped right into her and grabbed her around the shoulders. Penalty, says the referee. With about 5 minutes left to play, it'll be penalty here to Boise State.
Yeah, especially as you start to get more and more tired, your points of contact end up going higher and higher. We see here, though, a line-out kick after a high tackle, now resulting in Texas A&M having possession and attempting to run it out of their end.
Abisher, 4 for 5 on the day. Could not get that kick to go out into touch. So it's A&M that are able to work from inside their own half.
Release, get out.
Try to find a spark here. Less than 5 to play. Aggies again, just too flat-footed with a lot of these. There's a little burst through from the fullback. Good work from Pace, able to scoop this one up over the midfield stripe. Does she have enough? Genevieve Pace already has 1 try on the day. Legs are churning, and she's in for number 2 for the Aggies.
I mean, good for her. She has been everywhere, getting those tiny line breaks throughout the match here for Texas A&M, just not able to get that burst of speed. But as soon as she was off to the races, it was as if nobody could stop her, like a horse with blinders on. We see her just the heads-up play. She recognizes nobody is around that breakdown. It's this pace, though, determination. Jones, the number 14 for Boise State, is no slow player, but nobody is going to catch her. That is just sheer determination and an individual effort by Pace, who is pushing it for her team.
It's just not every day you see a flanker outrunning the entire back line to get in for the try.
I was just going to comment on that. It's like, that's a
you guys haven't
forward
watched
run
me
in that.
play.
Look to
You
settle
still wouldn't
things
see that
back
happen
up
if you
here.
watch me play.
Take off the mark, no good. And that time it was Boise State's aggressiveness that kind of came back to bite them. They blew up that ruck. That ball was there for Pace. She was able to take it in and just look at the determination, keeping that head up, trying to get every single ounce of energy to push through for the try. Just great.
You know it's a
effort from
hard
the
run
Aggies.
as soon as your chin comes up, that's for sure. Totally agree with you on that one.
Full body getting into the movement on that one. She's able to give everything she had and has definitely been the standout for the Aggies. She's rewarded. Takes us now 33 to 12 is their score. Just a couple minutes left to play. Boise looking to march back down again. Abisher through the defense. Continues to rumble down. And the hooker with a solid run sets up the Broncos to possibly score again. Too much pace there. Franzak still able to force her way through the line. Swing it outside. Kelsey Reed has been all over the pitch making tackles. Number 22 for the Aggies.
No, no!
Trying to keep this train rolling. Already up big, and they get in for another try. Broncos all over the Aggies
Have
again.
full time now. Awesome. All right.
I mean, what an answer here to really round out this Lone Star Bowl. It sounds like that would have been the last play. Boise State, I mean, just continually finding their way over the try zone. We see here, it's just the determination from them, the body height, the leg drive, all of the things that we've been talking about throughout this match have really allowed them to generate such a massive win over Texas A&M here, even at home in Houston.
Big victory for the Broncos coming in to take this one. Kick up and through, and that will do it. Final whistle sounds 40-12. It's Boise State. They're the victors of the Lone Star Bowl here in 2022. We'll send this one down to Tyler Doige with the player of the match.
Or just take this.
Ladies and gentlemen, next to me I have Evdo, the president of the Boise State Broncos, as well as our player of the match in the Lone Star Bowl. And you know what they say, Evdo, everything's bigger in Texas, including this win. How did it feel under the lights here in Aviva?
It felt really good on that side when we had the win going for us, but over there I could actually feel the difference, yeah, for sure. And everything is bigger in Texas.
Well, your teammates, our broadcast team, had nothing but good things to say about you. Your work ethic on and off the field is obviously contagious. Tell me what it is that keeps your girls with their foot on the gas for 80 minutes.
It's the camaraderie for sure. We are all friends on and off the field, and we support each other on and off the field constantly.
Well, heal up soon. Congratulations on winning the Lone Star Bowl. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tyler. That will do it. 5 matches in the books here. It's been a fantastic day from Aviva Stadium. We've got 3 more big ones tomorrow here live from the home of the Houston SaberCats. It's been a fun day. Tim Wilkes here with Darian Lovelace and Adriana Mateo. Tyler Doige on the field. Everybody, whole crew back at the studio. It's been a fun day. We'll look to do it again tomorrow as we crown 3 more national champions here for National Collegiate Rugby. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.